Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club.
Okay, it's Asagao. Okay, I wanted to know how to pronounce that. Now that I know, that's nice. I gotta know how loud I am considering everything else. Just turning on the music a little bit though. Honestly, I'm liking the music. Always. I'm probably so it can match me here. No, actually, I'll just turn up my audio later. Not 4x text speed. Alright. Okay. Since I know, like, one of you watches my videos. Hello, Ferdinand. How you doing? Hey, doing, bro? Probably chill. Probably chilling. Probably horrified that you're playing as a sim dating sim. But I quite like it. And again, you might not be horrified. You might just be like, oh, okay, sure, why not? Because I've heard quite a bit about this. I know there are YouTubers in this. And I don't know those YouTubers. And I'm gonna lie to you, I don't know these YouTubers. The copying of this video may be a little weird. And honestly, I think that's fine. Because I've been trying for a while not to get some recording. Anyway, besides my complaints, I'm excited for this. So let's get right into this. Chapter 1. Seems like a shy one. Maybe we'll actually have something in common. Oh, do I corrupt my whole thing with the text speed? Do I regret it? Kind of. I think I could still edit that from here. I beg your... Oh dear Jesus, what was with that text speed? What did I do there? I've actually done that. Oh, thank God. The train made its way along the gentle curve of the coast of Japan, whisking me farther and farther from home. Across from me sat a boy, face half buried in a newspaper. He was deeply interested in whatever article he was reading and hadn't spoken a single word to me, even when I asked if I could join him in the last compartment. With any space, goddamn. Shrug nodded and just as a newspaper without ever making eye contact. It's been almost an hour, in fact. Hasn't looked at me once. So we will do that. Devoid of conversation, I instead took to counting the buttons on the touch sleeve-lush Carmine seat cushions 1, 2, 3, 21, 21, 22, and so forth over and over. Oh dear Jesus. And again I turned to look out the window where the trees were blurring by. As soon as the smeared green would break and reveal the quiet blue of the sea of Japan. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Eventually this rapidity made my stomach churn and I went back to counting the buttons on seat cushions. Oh God. 1, 2, 3. Jesus. Turn compartment children around us. Oh dear Jesus. I just wandered to the boy in his jacket. It wasn't the school issue blue that he and the students on the train were wearing. Instead it was a green varsity-like jacket with an embroidered patch poorly sewn on the front. So you're first year then? I don't know yet. We're gonna learn. Jacket seems comfortable enough, actually. Actually, similarly to what I expected. Folded his newspaper neatly, set it in his lap, and looked at me with a half-interested gaze. Only half. Yeah, I get it, I'm a letter, but still. Damn. You just catch me staring. Perhaps. You seem like you're kind of being obvious. Main character, whose name I do not know yet. Now that the paper was gone, I saw his face. He watched me through heavy-lidded eyes. His hair was immaculately groomed, his teeth straightened blindingly bright, and he's glittering. Did you notice this yet? He's literally glittering. There's something about him, the way the light hit him, that made him look like he was almost sparkling. He's literally sparkling! Me? Just around the compartment, empty. Besides, doesn't laugh. It's like, yes, you. Look around. Look at how empty this compartment is right now. Oh no, I'm not a first year. I'm a third year. against slow metal wheels groaning against metal tracks. Sudden shift threatened to rob me of whatever was left in my stomach, but I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, willing myself to keep it together. Had an impression would I leave, puking on a student before I had even arrived at the academy. Yeah. Very normal. Maybe a little over dramatic, actually. With the whole puking, you're probably, since you've just told him that you're a third year, and I imagine he's been here a lot longer, just like, oh, transfer student. Probably. I'm real nervous. I hope she was real nervous. Otherwise, we might have a problem here. The boy frowned and picked up him from my cotton skirt. That's not possible. I've never seen you before. Looked at me, a moment of mouth wishing to find a response. It's because I'm a transfer student? just laughing. Transfer student, huh? We didn't get many of those. I removed my acceptance letter from my front pocket of my uniform. The paper heavyweight, off-white, had accumulated creases from my reading and rereading as if the words might have changed since the last time I read it. The boy took it, studied it, then handed it back to me.
I'll see you around.
Well then, Hana. I'm assuming it's Hana. Because it just mentioned Japan, and we're probably in Japan. Well then, Hana, I suppose I'll be seeing you around. He smiled at me as he picked up the suitcase lying next to him. By the time I hiccuped a response, he was already gone from the compartment. He stared out into the empty hallway of the train. Shall we get going? It was then that I realized he, having gotten it from my acceptance letter, knew my name, and I never got his. No, you're probably gonna run into it. Knowing main characters, that's how it works. You tend to run into them again. The train settled at the station, and I filed out with the rest of the uniformed students. It was early April. The last frost of winter had come and gone. Aw, I like winter. Oh. Trees were already green, their leaves shivering in the occasional gust, weaving through them. The air was mild, only a few clouds hanging in the sky. Sounds nice, actually, compared to good old northeastern. Yes, it's not the wonderful. It's not wonderful. I walked around the road with a swarm of blue-jacketed bodies, looking at the little groups working off from the crowd. Everyone was buzzing so animatedly around me. I held my suitcase tight in my sweaty hands. It was leather-bound and worth more than anything it contained. Goddamn. It wasn't far to the school, and I was, for maybe the first time in my life, thankful that what I owned didn't amount to much. My school-issued black Oxfords clicked on the pavement. I walked this walk over and over in my mind. So many nights I lay awake imagining what it would be like to walk from the train station to Asagao Academy this first time. My new start. I was imagining that everything would change for me on this walk. That somehow everything would be magically different. But as I looked around, I realized nothing had changed. Well, that's life. That's unfortunately reality. Unfortunately? So, it depends on your view. I hadn't changed. Well, you're not. It's not like you were in a chrysalis or anything. You aren't like a caterpillar, suddenly becoming a butterfly. That's not how it works. Stuff happens very gradually, not all at once. By the time I reached the massive gate to the academy, I forgot all about the disappointment slouching in the back of my throat. School, framed by the gate's twisting black metal, was as beautiful as the glossy photos I saw in its pamphlets. This was it. Asagao Academy. Glanced around, a swarm of students gathered around the gate. Beyond it, tiny blue people bounced round the academy's main building. A girl pressed a button to one side of the gate. Excitement in the air was almost palpable. I don't want to know what it tastes like. It doesn't smell like or anything, really. sure it probably holds for taste. I don't know what it tastes like. Seems like it'd be, well, when some people are excited, they get super excited, or just in general, they get very nervous, and so they get, like, clammy hands, so it's sweat. And I'd rather not, but I don't feel like a lot of them. Anyway, I said none of that. Get that out. A few moments later, the black gate with great effort creaked outwards and cleared the pathway. As the rest of the group shifted into motion, I followed along, a sheep in the herd. My stomach tied itself into knots. Got split off in different directions. For a moment, I panicked. A tired-looking man with gray hair called out for first year's cluster of fresh-faced students gathering around him. Hey, look at that girl! I turned. A few feet away, a small group of boys pointing at me, snickering. Pink hair, are you kidding me? How desperate can you get? Watching him crawl down my neck. I attached myself to a group of girls following a few steps behind them. In the distance, cicadas hummed in time, to my shoes crunching against her gravel. My hair. It wasn't my fault my hair looked this way. Luckily, I found myself at the girls' dormitory, a large sign in the lawn reading Primrose House. The building dwarfed me in size and sheer intimidation. How many students did Asagao have? As I approached the building, a red-headed girl lingering nearby caught my attention. I looked away, then looked back. She was staring at me. She walked over.
Oh, you must be my roommate!
Maybe. I eyed her warily. She was smiling and bouncing in a way that's just her life boundaries were akin to a perpetual bouncy castle.
What?
Okay. Me?
Bingo.
Horsey, let me guess, in room 325. I thought back to the paper I received a month prior to a list of all the supplies I needed for the year in my dorm arrangements. Yeah, that's right. She laughed, but I couldn't figure out what was so funny. Was she laughing at me? When I found out my roommate was a transfer student, I knew you were going to be a total main character. Breaking the fourth wall real easily, aren't you? I'm sorry yet. What?
Mm-hmm.
When I saw you outside the gate, I knew it was you. I mean, look at that hair. I felt a lump forming in my throat. What was she talking about? She had to be making fun of me. I hadn't spent more than 5 minutes on campus and I was already being mocked. Hands began to tremble. Is there something wrong with my hair? Face slackened from its amused smile to a more worried expression. She began to laugh again.
Oh, no. It's great. I'm sorry. We're getting off on the wrong foot, aren't we?
I think
gosh.
Sia might be.
I'm Mai Sasaki. You must be Hana.
That's right, Hana. I bowed my head.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you, Mai. I can't do her voice. All your school books are waiting in our room with your welcome letter. And I read the envelope. I hope you're not mad. Yeah. A little weird, but whatever. I started walking. As long as there was no, like, confidential information in there and nothing you shouldn't have read, you're fine. It's just basic standard stuff. You're all good in my books. I started walking toward the dorm's front doors. I followed behind like a lost puppy. Did you check in at the front desk already? No, I didn't. I didn't know I was supposed to. Good. They'll offer to have a staff member give you a tour of the campus. But I can show you around. And I'll get my transfer student in year 3, you know. Oh, is that your bag? Just the one? I'm glad I brought an extra bag of stuff to decorate a room with. I started already. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, it's fine. Just as long as it's not annoying and in the way. It's not very practical, then again, Hana might not. I don't know. My own thoughts. What did you wait to string the lights? I thought we could do it together, you know. Yeah. Spoke quickly, the words bubbling from her mouth, and left me no time to answer until the end of her monologue. Yeah, okay, that sounds good. So the front door opened for me. I heard inside. I don't know why, I just like imagine a very dramatic door opening, just her just like opening the door and like swinging it open, and it's just like enough momentum as to where it can open quickly, but not enough as where it will like smash into anything. Like very magical there. Girls filed up and down hallways, howling greetings and exchanging vague niceties that were more often than not, "How was your break?" And "Look how tan you got!" I got a tan, anyway. It seemed like everybody knew each other. Yeah, I imagine most people would. I followed Mai she led me through a maze of students and up 2 flights of stairs. Each dorm floor, the same as the last, narrow white doors lining both sides of the pale pink walls, thin gold numbers protect to the front of each. Numbers rising as we climbed. Okay, one thing I want to note. Okay, so she's through something. We're going up 2 flights of stairs. So ground floor is first floor, and I imagine they're going by the floors for their numbering system. Alright. Like first floor is the 100 section, second floor is 200 section, third floor is 300 section, sorry. Keep that in mind, just in case I ever need that. I don't know what I'm going to need for this. You're not missing anything with the campus tour, I promise. Mr. Saitomo does them every year, and he's like totally dull. He just drags you around the entire campus and talks in that weird squeaky voice of his. I'll tell you everything you need to know. I smiled, trying to let this calm my nerves. Also, no, I'm kind of sick currently. Anyway, just clogged nose. It's really the only reason I would sound weird or anything. If I do, if I don't, disregard. Thanks. Made it down a hallway on the 3rd floor. My stop is in front of the door numbered 225. Here we are. Ah, it looks nice. I mean, I would appreciate the less dudes, but alright, whatever you do you. A faint smell of potpourri wafted through the room. The walls, like the hallway, were a soft powdery pink. So long as she's not... Okay, it's a faint smell. Okay, we're all good. If it's anything like sharp, I would be dying immediately. Am I ready to face them? The tapestry of posters and magazine cutouts and photographs, I could tell there's like a topless dude and only his like underwear holding a teddy bear. I'm not gonna question the teddy bear, but alright. Some of the photos were of cats, but most were of male models and rugged musicians. Oh, there are the cats. I didn't notice. Bunk bed, 2 writing desks, with wooden chairs, small dresser, and a mirrored vanity. All clearly provided by the school, with the only pieces of furniture in the tiny room. Top bunk was already covered in neatly tucked blankets. Throw pillars of clashing patterns and colors, I noticed. Horizontal stripes on that one, lining with the other one. Polka dots. Jeez. Polka dots, and then flowers. Huh. Nothing too weird though, honestly. It just reminds me of Christmas, and then for some odd reason that reminds me of the spring because of the flowers. And it's kind of messed up here, but hey, yeah, something for each season. The bottom bunk had a single stiff-looking pillow and a thin cotton blanket that I didn't need to touch to know it was horribly itchy. I must have grimaced because my quickly smiled at me. I brought way too many pillows and blankets. I always overpack. Went to the layover break, and my mom got really mad at me because I brought 5 bags, but we were only there for a week. Okay, yeah, no, that's a bit much. Doing that, like, maybe one to yourself, like, maybe one decently sized one to yourself. That's all I ever get. I have to share with my parents. Anyway, that's other background stuff. She left, pulled several blankets and pillows from her bunk, and rearranged them neatly on mine. Some touch of guilt and embarrassment hit me.
Perfection.
There. That's much better. Thanks, Ma. I placed my suitcase on the bottom bunk and began to unpack its contents. Several changes of clothing, pens and pencils, empty notebooks, few photographs of my father, a dilapidated stuffed rabbit. Okay. Nice. An old portable radio, and a small black box. I opened the curtains, and the sunlight poured in. So, where are you from? I set the now empty suitcase under the bottom bunk. About 2 hours north of here, it's a small town called Amaririsu. You probably haven't heard of it. Yeah, no. Oh no. I said the stuffed rabbit, Mr. Bunny. Yes, Mr. Bunny. I understand the ridiculous names probably given at childhood. It's like, it's Mr. Bunny, like me and Mr. Polly, who's a polar bear, so I get that. My bed beside purple and teal throw blue. Oh. Did you go to a different boarding school, or no? I went to a public school down the street from my house.
Really?
Public school? What's that like? Were the students mean? Did you have a lot of friends? I was into private schools. My parents work a lot, and my dad goes overseas, so I think they stuck me here for convenience. Hey, what's that? I'd removed an ornately patterned origami crane from the black box and was setting it on the unclaimed writing desk. You know this? My mother made it for me a long time ago. I set it beside a stack of thick textbooks, which I assumed were provided for me.
Aww.
Oh, it's so pretty. I've never seen paper like that before. Oh yeah, the lights. Let me get them. I went to her own desk, opened the drawer, and pulled out a long tangled string of fairy lights, like the ones already hanging there. These would look nice. Here, help me string them up. Oh, you even have air conditioning! I'm sorry, I'm in a house where they really do too much air conditioning here. I'm young, okay? I'm experienced too much art. She grabbed a container of push pins, then pulled her wooden desk chair out and over to one wall. I did the same with him. Together we pinned the lights around the perimeter of the room. That was a train. That was a train ride over. Did you meet anyone? No, not really. I was in part with some guy.
What?
Some guy, huh? Was he cute? Yeah, I guess. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't get his name. I seemed disappointed for and perked back up. But point him out to me when you see him again. Well, it said if there, but we know it's going to be when. Okay. Once he finished stringing the lights, I climbed down from her chair and brushed her hands together triumphantly.
Yeah!
Done! Okay, now it's time for lunch. The food here is pretty good. There's this ramen place down the street from campus that's like out of this world, but the school only lets leave campus on weekends. I walked to the window. Oh, it's a nice window. We could go today because it's Sunday and it's pretty nice out, but I guess if you want to go to the caf, since you just got here, we could... Oh my gosh, Macy just totally just tripped outside and fell on her face. I saw it. Oh, is it mean to laugh? Maybe I shouldn't have yet. A little. Oh, well. Anyways, let's go eat. I'm totally starved. Had me out of the room before I even had the chance to respond. Alright. Oh, it looks nice in here. I mean, look at this for a night. Compared to our school lunchroom, it's very nice. Again, we also have an outside section. But this place might too, I don't know. Cafeteria was buzzing with students excited for the new year. And people as nervous looking as I felt. With tables of skittish, wide-eyed first years. I stood in the line behind taking an empty plastic tray. We shuffled through asking for helpings from some selfie cafeteria workers when we passed something that looked good. With full trays, Mai led me straight to a table in the back where a few students were sitting. I sat down and I took a seat across from her. Hi, Mai. How was your break? It was good. I went to Italy and Spain. Dad fell off a jet ski and broke his ankle.
Uh-huh.
It's better now, though. Oh, well, that's nice. I expected to be introduced, but the girl turned back to her group of friends and I turned back to me. She began to assault her food with a fork and tell me in a practically minute-by-minute account about her fleeting romance last summer with the boy she met on the beach that didn't go further than a few salty kisses. I sat back and let Maya talk for the first time since arriving in Kansas. I felt like I was finally able to breathe. That's nice. I still can't when my nostrils still locked. Oh god. I picked up my Brussels sprouts and studied Maya as she spoke. The more she talked, the more I began to notice small details about her.
Well...
She had a high songbird voice. Okay, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't do her voice like that. I'll not be able to do a good voice for her. She was dynamic, her face twisted this way and that into exaggerated expressions as she spoke. Very expressive. Nice. She laughed often. She named people in wildly unflattering voices, seemingly unrelated to her actual opinion of them. Most notably, she talked a lot. Bappins. I didn't find this particularly annoying as a full silence, and she hardly ever asked questions that required my full attention. Alright. Just as Maya was rounding up a shockingly detailed account of the time she accidentally walked in on her friend's older brother in the act of changing from a flash familiar green caught my eye. I glanced over. Hey, that's him! Huh? Who? I went across the table to whisper just in case you could hear me through the ambient chatter of the washroom. The boy from the train, that's him.
What?
Jared? Yeah, with the weird green jacket and soapy hair. Top-handedly. He just picked up his tray and was walking past us when something seemed to catch his eye. Oh, you. Looked up at him, suddenly realizing he was talking to me.
Hana!
I met you on the train. How are things settling down? Really well. I found her roommate and she's been helping me out. Gestured to Mai, who was thunderstruck. In fact, looking around, everyone was. People stopped eating to turn and stare at Jared and me. Shoulders bunched around my neck. Well, if you ever need any help, I'll be around. Third year, right? I nodded.
All right.
Some of my friends are in that year. Of course, you can't compare to me. But I'll give them the heads up to look out for you. So that's why I conceded. Flushed a dazzling smile and winked. Oh. Least I can do for such a cute girl. We'll see you around. I watched a torrent of thoughts raging through my head as I took a seat next to a bunch of guys who were all wearing the same jacket.
Another scam.
Look at the pause button. No, he came in shouting, "It's not the same!" Talking about the palanqueta he got in Mexico anyway. That's Jared. She drew her eyes from me and looked at me.
He's so cute.
He's the most beautiful guy in the school.
Oh,
It's okay. I can't believe he just looked at me. Looked at my cheeks were glowing in decent pink. Why did they all have to wear those jackets, huh? All guys supposed to wear blue blazers as part of their uniform? No, they're allowed to. They're, Jared. The girl back around and was looking at me with some interest. I'm not going to remember any voices I give anyone, so I may as well just go into my default. Except for maybe like a little tone difference. Did I know him? I only talked to him on the train for a few minutes, so not really. We weren't friends or anything. Looking around, Maya and this girl weren't the only ones who weren't interested. Everybody seemed to be listening in. He seemed so surprised when he talked to me. Your little white light come here? Not really. Not really. Oh. She may have been down. Sniffed and turned away. Don't mind Mimi. She was just trying to get in with you. I figured. Get in with me. Why? Well, you asked about those guys and their jackets, right? Those are their normal boots clubs, Jackie. I can't say that right, okay. They're what? What's the normal boots club? Oh god, let's get this beautiful picture. Oh, I actually really like the detail in this one. It's a club we have at school here. It's like totally exclusive and full of only the coolest students. Look at Jared in the back, just... This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This dude, I can't tell if he's high or not. Let's just continue talking to each other. I don't know what the hell he's looking at. Maybe he's just staring off in the distance. I don't know. Is that like an old school like Game Boys? Anyway, probably some form of ripoff because, you know, that's how these games typically do. Just give it an alternative name, but generally the same idea as the original game thing anyway. They get together and play video games or something. Okay, that was John. His name is JonTron. Heard of him? Haven't seen any of his stuff. His bird's name is Jacques. Seems like it could be French. John is also the president of the drama club here at school. Next to him is PBG. He and John founded the Normal Boots Club together. PBG. Peanut Butter Gamer? Maybe. I haven't seen anything by him. PBG is one of the best soccer players on our team. Oh hey, rain picking up! Then there's Gerard. We'll call him the completionist because he's obsessed with completing things. He has the biggest itty-bitty-kitty collection I've ever seen. Next to him is Jared, also known as Pro Jared. He's a model. Why is he a model? How old are we in this? I imagine we're in like our mid to late teens. 15, 16, I'd say? Okay, I can see it. And there's child models in there. Then there's Satch Bag, but everybody just calls him Satch. He's like crazy smart. He's like a stereotypical glasses. Is this the route we're on down? Okay, maybe not. Because this other dude. But then he might also be smart, I don't know. These guys over there are Paul, Nick, and Josh. I'm hoping that's an order, from top to bottom. Anyway, they're at column in the newspaper called Continue? Assuming that's a reference to something else there. It's a reference to something with those guys. Paul, the one standing up as student council president. You didn't give him any notes to the other ones? Are the other two not notable? Damn. The guy in the end there is Shane. He knows more about video games than anyone ever. Wake up. Sorry. She exhaled a dreamy sigh into her mashed potatoes. So, how would someone, you know, join the Normal Boots Club? You don't choose the boots, Hannah. The boots choose you. This is like Harry Potter all of a sudden? The wand? What does that even mean exactly? They're like mystical boots, like, oh no, it's like the box ghost. It's obviously like the box ghost. Anybody get the reference to Danny Patton? Just the box ghost, and with all of the boxes. I'm pretty sure all you can manage to. I'm trying to remember exactly how it went there. Anyway, it was a nice enough reference while it lasted. Box ghost. Do they have like the boots ghost? Because that would be interesting. I don't know what to expect from this thing, okay? Don't judge me. But he presented with the boots to be in the club, and they're like super selective. What are the boots? This club has this boot statue. It's like the one with the patches, but it's gold plated. It's their mascot, I guess? They did this weird initiation ritual with it. Ritual? Here they fill a room with candles and wear these totally creepy robes during initiation. This year, two girls said they saw it once and they were all like chanting around the boots. And it sounded like they were talking backwards. But I don't believe her. And even if it's true, I don't care if they're cool, because they're all really hot. Really. This is what happened to Raven. This is what happens when you don't do... Teen Titans reference. Quick Teen Titans reference. Raven's mother joined a cult. They did the lovely old Bride of Satan ritual, and then we had Raven, and then we had a lot of problems for the Earth and Earth. Not a good idea. Don't care about that. Do they have a lot of friends? They got tons of friends. I'd say they're the most popular kids in school. And everyone in the school accepts them. I bet they could get any girl in school too. Or boy for that matter. Not here to judge. Who do you, bro? You gonna eat cake? How could you say no to cake? Unless it's dry cake. In which case, yeah, I don't blame you. I shook my head and pushed the plastic tray across the table to her. The remainder of lunch, I listened to my talk about Jared through mouthfuls of half-dissolved frosting. Back at the door, I sorted through the pile of textbooks the book left for me. School left for me. What am I doing? Okay. The radio was playing a puppy tune. Equal parts music to static. Oh, it's always nice. He scribbled in a notebook at a desk, hunched over it with strikingly poor posture.
Hey!
Oh. I know that feeling. Hey, Mai.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't bother to look up. Am I supposed to have a textbook for History 309? She shuffled through the papers on her desk before producing a thick textbook. As a mature man in a powdered wig frowned at me from the cover. Yeah, this one. That one. School must have missed it. I shrugged and set the textbook back in her file. We have a bunch of the library. You can just check one out. Where's the library? I rifled through her notebook and wrote something down. Took the page out and handed me a crudely drawn map. Oh, well. Okay, well. I'll be back in a little bit. Let's hope I can read maps. No? Ah, I can read maps, hey! Took me at least 20 minutes to find the library by the time I realized I was holding the map upside down in some setting. God damn. The library is much larger than I expected. The walls lined from the floor to the ceiling with books of all sizes on rough wooden shelves. Intimidated, I headed for the front desk. Just, yeah. A recognizably green and gray jacket was bent behind the counter. Normal boots. I briefly considered running away.
Hey.
Don't run away. Yeah, see, he's just like, what's up? See, he's chill. Can I help you? Too late. Yeah, the school forgot me to give one of my textbooks. I was told I can get her. Which one is it? The History 309 textbook. Stepped behind the counter and motioned for me to follow. We dodged between the aisles in a comfortable silence. He isn't friendly enough. I should say something. What's his name again? Shane? George? John?
Satch.
No, John. Satch. That was the name. Oh, I'm, Ricker? Of course. Chuckled Temple's appearing in his shoes. Yeah, I'm librarian's assistant. It's my second year, and I love it. I can tell people find books and speak to them. That's always wonderful. It's a good thing. Go to him for book recommendations, apparently. Thank you, that'll be helpful. His eyes twinkled like kids on Christmas. Ah, Carl. Your book's right down here. He stopped out of a row of thick, dusty books. Was this all history? And pulled out the book with the powder wigged man I saw earlier. Thanks. Waved his hand. It was nothing. Do you need help with anything else? I wanted to make a good impression, but I couldn't come up with anything. No, thanks.
Copacetic.
Okay. You're welcome. I headed back to the cavernous library, my unease melted away. We weren't talking, but just being near him felt like being wrapped in a soft blanket. Oh, I love being soft in a soft blanket. Ever since the urge to snuggle up to him. He's like a teddy bear? Okay. We're near the front desk, stepping around a clump of studying students as he passed. One of them shifted. Something right for the past face. I think a piece of triangular paper lay at my feet. Bent over and picked it up. It was surprisingly heavy. There was a quarter inside of it. If I was just a hair slower, it would have hit me in the face. Students snickered and I recognized the boys that made fun of my hair this morning among them. Part job, just can't remember for anything I might have done to offend them. But came up with nothing. I started to shake. I hid it behind my back, trying to think of some way to defend myself. Why did you do that? What do you mean? You were just messing around. You suggested we did it on purpose? I faltered. There was nothing I could say. I was outnumbered. They would twist my words around, no matter how straightforward I was. No, sorry. One of the boys held his hand for paper. I changed closer to give it to him, angry at myself for being so compliant. I wish I were... I didn't feel warmth closed my hand and took the paper from me. It's not to examine the paper closely. I see what the problem is. Your aim would be better if you cut the corners before you folded it. I placed the paper on the table. The boy looked at him in sheer awe. Be careful though, you almost hit her, and that would have been awful. Hands began to this panic shift should throw me, afraid of the response, but geez, we're sorry. We'll be careful next time. Yeah, it was an accident. They apologized? Thanks, I appreciate it. Give them a wide smile and continued off down the aisles. I followed closely behind, my legs weak. Don't tell me they stopped because of him. Simply because I was with him. I wanted to thank him, but my heart was pounding so hard I knew my voice would shake. I know that feeling. Very shy. We reached the front counter and he scanned the history book. My lips trembled as I willed myself to say anything to thank him. So I said to the side, what books do you like to read? Fiction? Chuckled. It's just a good book. I think it'd be right up your alley. If you don't mind me saying so. He reached under the counter, pulled a thick green book and passed it to me. A man in black stood in the front, hugging a woman in royal robes. It's long, but it's one of my favorites. The Princess Betrothed. I know things can be tough to transfer into a new school. If you're ever worried, just read this, it'll transport you 100 miles away in a second. Tears stung my eyes, so I shook my head. Thank you, Satch. Teddy bear. For more than just the books.
Oh.
You're welcome. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think I got your
My name
name.
is Hana Mizuno.
I'm a transfer student.
Hana.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Hana. Let me know how you like the book. I will. That couldn't have gone better. Not only was Satch impossibly kind, but being around him felt easy. Refreshing. Maybe chill around him more. Being doused in the mist of a waterfall. Oh gosh, what was I thinking? Ferdinand text me. I'm gonna ignore that for now. We're being doused. Okay, anyway. My cheeks felt hot. I left the library. Two surprisingly heavy books under one arm. It's probably a bad idea. Settled into bed, eager to get started with my new reading material, but Maya was sitting at her desk, carving a pencil idly into the pages of a notebook. Every few minutes, she released a long, drawn-out sigh as the lead of her pencil whined against the paper. Actually, no, give me a second. I'm gonna pause this recording for a second. Maya was sitting at her desk, carving a pencil idly into the pages of a notebook. Every few minutes, she released a long, drawn-out sigh as the lead of her pencil whined against the paper. I lowered my book and took the bait. Something wrong, Maya? Shall another dreary sigh. Yep, Jared notices me this year. Does Jared know you like him? My world around in faint shock. I don't like Jared. Do you love him? Oh. I closed my book and set it aside, deciding to play along. Well, have you at least tried talking to him? No. I mean, I have before. Why don't you try again? She bowed her head from side to side, considering this like it never crossed her mind before. You should. If you don't succeed at one thing, try it again. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Satisfied, I picked my book back up. Have you ever had a boyfriend, Hannah?
What?
Huh? Me? No, never. Can't really turn on that one. Oh, actually, no. Let me put me back into the mindset of me like a year ago. Okay, a little more. Okay, got it.
Really?
Really? Never. Never. I bet you 10,000 yen that you meet a totally cute boy here and fall in love by the end of the school. Okay, you crazy. Fucking crazy. I buried my face back in my book, barring from any further decision. Fall in love by the end of the year. If I were a budding kind of girl, I'd take that bet. Don't take that bet. This is a dating sim. I woke the next morning with what felt like a lizard in my throat. I was already up, shuffling through her school bag with an enigmatic grin. First day of school.
Hannah!
You're finally awake! Her voice sliced through the air like a knife, and I winced. She was definitely a morning person. I'm never a person. Honestly, you'll find me in the... I'm not usually in a good mood. Actually, no, I am. You just need to, like, dig it out. You, like, poke at it for a little bit. It'll wake up eventually. Because I'm never fully awake. Half awake for life. Depersonalization, and here I am. It's time for the first day of school. Aren't you excited? Can't wait to see what's gonna happen. What do you mean? Is something special happening today? Something strange always happens on the first day of school, especially to someone like you. Main character.
What?
Someone like me.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean. She smiled and started messing with a pile of papers on her desk. Shaking my head, I got out of bed and pulled my uniform out of my closet. Palms wet as I held the gold-vested blue jacket. You should probably keep that to a minimum so you don't dirty it. It's really possible for things to be different here than they were at home. Sure. World's a pretty different place if you go around the place. Just gotta keep searching. What if the present wasn't actually the school? Maybe your communication isn't that well. You're shy. I could believe that your communication obviously isn't that well. That could be what happened here. Maybe her communication just was a bit off. I mean, I know that. I'm not very approachable. That's why people don't approach me. Anyway, at least I don't think I'm approachable that much because nobody ever does approach me. Maybe I'm just weird to everybody. That's fine, though. Shook the thoughts out of my head and changed into my uniform. Oh. What is it? You look so cute! Oh, kind of reminded my sister.
Really?
Really? He crept up my neck.
Yeah!
It's completely your hair matches your uniform so well. You look like a flower blooming straight out of the ground. Thank you. I swung the back of my eyes and I turned to start packing my backpack. I was getting worked up about something as little as this. I must have gotten less sleep than I thought. Something wrong? Nothing's wrong, I'm just happy. What time was that? Started crying at the first sign of someone being nice to me. Well, if it's your first time someone being nice to you, then that's just how it goes. I imagine she's gone through some shit here. Perhaps some severe bullying. Which could be through actual violence or not. I would know that. It was never fun. Mine wasn't. You're an idiot or anything like that. Like, Ferdinand, you get bullying to a degree. You get it, bro. You get it. And I sort of get it. Anyway. Took a deep breath to steady my nerves. One oddly menacing laugh. All the air left my lungs as something with horse hoof slammed against my back. But you'll do just fine, don't worry. This is going to be awesome. I simply peered over my shoulder. That was you?
What?
Yeah. Huh? Ma stood behind me, her hand raised. Somehow she had the strength of a bodybuilder. Well, she was into like sports or something. And you probably haven't done anything. You seem like it's from this picture. Don't really seem the most sporty. Nothing. I was just about to zip my bag up When I spotted the book Satch gave me, lying on my nightstand, the princess betrothed. So, if I ever need to be transported somewhere far away, I could take it with me. It's pretty good so far. It'd be smart to bring it along just in case I had no one to talk to between class periods. Would I need it for my first day of class? Take it. Always take the book just in case. Sometimes I don't need my book, but I'd still take it. Put in my already overfull bag, biting my lip. Never hurt to be prepared, demonstrate. Over prepare.
Yeah.
Ready? Yep, let's go. Stick with me and you'll be fine. I opened the door and together we stepped into the hallway, merging into a steady flow of chittering girls and fruit-flavored perfume. Wait, flavored? Flavored? Does it mean scented? I mean, unless you could literally taste it and it's like, it's just awful. Oh, I didn't know we lived on the same floor. No way, really? That's so awesome. Now I'll be able to catch up. Whatever happened between you and the number of girls shifted. As we headed down the stairs, suddenly I found myself surrounded by a bunch of people I didn't know. Oh, what a jerk he turned out to be. As explanation fed into the buzz of voices in the air. Oh no, what would I do if we got separated? Anxiously I searched the crowd of the girls for but I couldn't find her. Everyone was dressed in the same Asagao uniform. It was difficult to tell everyone apart, and being so short really didn't help the situation. As we turned the last corner down, I saw a flash of red hair a little ways in front of me. Reached between the girl and tapped her on the shoulder. Who are you? The girl's eyes flashed, almost like a jolt of electricity shot through them. I'm sorry, I thought you were someone else. She did nothing and turned away before I knew it. So instead of primroses, watching the flow of girls disperse across campus. There was nowhere to be seen. Couldn't even hear her cheer.
Okay.
Oh man. I took a deep breath, biting my lip. Wasn't a big deal. I could go to class alone. You knew where the class was. I didn't even know where the building was. Get to it. Reached into my backpack and pulled out my class schedule. Homeroom. Joseph Poppy Hall. Joseph Poppy Hall again? Where are the classes on the other side of campus? I took direction and began to walk, trying to ignore my rising panic thought of arriving late on first day of school. It was the third year, where no one knew me.
Hey!
All people staring at me. Hey, you okay? You look a little lost. Someone called out to me and I turned around, almost jumping for joy. On a rose and all boots jacket. He's part of the All Boots Club. Hey. I practically feel my tongue swelling in my mouth. This is an All Boots Club member. I had to make a good impression. Then the founder's right, then he must be Jontron. Oh yeah, I'm new. I didn't know where Poppy Hall was. Impression? No problem. Girls in Poppy Hall. Walk you there.
Really?
That would be wonderful. Thank you. Is this really happening? Begin walking toward a large brick building in an enthusiastic manner, pumping his arms up and down with some kind of show too. I won't step beside him. Okay, imagining this. Seems nice. Didn't notice it when I pointed him out to me yesterday, but Jontron had big brown eyes and a warm-looking face. My mind sort of thought like Santa for a second. Then I'm like, no, stop it. I'm basically like a human puppy. Yeah, that works. That works. I think that's a pretty good describer. I'm gonna step at him out of the corner of my eye. Beep. Bird. Bird on his shoulder. Did you not notice it before? It was always there, but she spoke of shock. Just yesterday. Birds always made me uncomfortable. Something about the ease with which they could poke someone's eyes out. But that's a lot of things, huh? Pencil. Person with a pencil. They probably do that really easily. If they knew how to do it, at least. Something wrong. Why'd you stop? No, nothing's wrong. Pull my gaze to the bird on his shoulder.
Hey!
Oh, this is Jacques. Isn't he cute? Nice to meet you. It spoke? Yeah. His hand on his shoulder and Jacques jumped into his palm. Jacques is a robot bird, see? Hello. Jacques' eyes gleamed a dangerous red when he spoke, but nothing else suggested he wasn't a normal bird. In fact, if I had known better, Most of the red in his eyes was painted on. That's amazing. Very much so, yes. Shocked twitched his head from side to side, examining me in return. The more he looked at me, the less afraid I was. What are you looking at?
What?
Nothing, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Jacques can be a little sassy. Who are you calling sassy? I'm not the sassy one. I don't forget to feed you. Jacques, that was one time. I was alone and starving in a frozen tundra of this empty world. Loveless, afraid. Ignore him. I'm bringing him with me to the drama club and he's taken a little too well to it. I see how it is. Shut me out, like I have nothing to add to the conversation. Jacques retook his place on John's shoulder, this time facing away from us, as if miffed. Resumed our walk to our coffee hall. I'm John, by the way. Call me John. Hannah, nice to meet you.
Hana?
Oh, that's cute. What? Thank you. So long have you and Jacques? Since middle school. We've been together for 4 years now. Ain't that right? I'm not listening. Yeah, well... I love him to death. I don't know what I'd do without him. Seems like life would be a lot easier without him. But who was I to say? We arrived at the brick building, and white signs surrounded by poppies declared it to be, unsurprisingly, Poppy Hall. Which room are you in? 206.
Really?
Seriously? Yeah. That's my homeroom. We're in the same class. Wonderful. I guess I'll be seeing more of you then, right?
Yeah.
Right. Together we entered Poppy Hall. Walls lined with fluorescent lights and Asagao blue lockers. The lack of students milling around in the hallway indicated we were a bit late. Ran up the stairs and made into the classroom just as the bell rang. Woo! Heart caught in my throat. Thankfully the teacher hadn't come yet. Said. Students clumped into tight pods, milled around the classroom, catching up on vacation
John.
rooms. Thank you so much for showing me to class, John.
See you later.
No problem. I'll see you around. Agent disappeared into a wrangling mass of students. I glanced around the room looking for an empty seat.
Hannah!
Anna peeled herself from between a cuddling couple. Is that Jontron? Were you just talking to Jontron? Yeah. My eyes wet. Couldn't help feeling a little smug. I realized I didn't know the way to class after you and I got separated. He offered to walk me. Jontron walked you to class? Oh my gosh, you have to tell me everything! She grabbed me by the wrist and pulled me to an empty desk in the back of the corner of the room, right next to the window. I saved you a seat. I said and took off my backpack, hooking it to the side of my desk. I was a bit worried. The books inside were too heavy for the bag to handle, but so far it held up well. So we got separated, by the way. It can get a little chaotic sometimes. So what happened? What did he say? What did he smell like? Does he have peach fuzz? Was it rough? Wait, what? It's a very important questions I'm asking. You need to answer them. His hair super silky, or did have the roughness of a dog's coat. Before I could answer, the door in front of them slid open, and a gentleman strolled in. The class went silent and immediately slid into their seats. My heart beat furiously, blood rushing through my ears.
Class?
Good morning, class. The teacher's melodious voice swam through the room, calming the buzzing high of students back from break. My shoulders relaxed, and my fear abated away. I am your teacher, Shizuko Wakaisha. You may call me Miss Shizuka. The emphasis she put on the word led me to believe calling her Mrs. wasn't a mistake she would take lightly. Some of you might have noticed we have a new student this semester. A hail of murmurs passed the class. Some people glanced at me. Nope, there was fear again. Would you like to come up and introduce yourself? I nodded slowly, stood. I walked in front of the room, counting my steps to make sure I wouldn't fall. I faced the class, took a deep breath to introduce myself, and noticed a familiar face in the crowd. There was John sitting with two boys wearing normal boots, club jackets. Shane, PBG. Yeah. The boy's the tallest, staring at me. Various frowns on his face. Is he like contemplating something? Or is he possibly? I could have got a bad memory. It's possible. Something about him seemed really familiar. Wait. CBG, wasn't he? Yes. The other fan of the Normal Boots Club? Something else strength of my knees. What should I do? Why was he frowning? Was it possible that I already made a bad impression on him? Possibly. I don't feel like he would take it. It's a bad impression because he could just be reminding him of someone they had bad experience with. Anyway. You had to be kidding me. If you didn't like me, what did it mean to everybody else? Well, won't they follow his lead? Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. So all the faces of the class began to congeal, forming one giant blob. Moved from Amariritsu, right? Nodded and swallowed again. Then like a beacon of light, I noticed my smiling, giving me a thumbs up. That's right. What would I do in this situation?
Yes, I've just moved here. My name is Hana Mizuno. I transferred from Amariritsu Public High School.
Amariritsu, okay.
I'm really excited to be here. I hope you'll all take good care of me from now on.
I'll try to remember that. I headed to the class and they clapped politely. They looked at PVG. Looked up. PVG wasn't frowning. They still seemed oddly confused. Just like, they always look like that. Possible. Certainly possible. Thank you. You may be seated. Last part of the day was over. Shizuka began to talk about standard procedure for the semester, the rules for classes, when homework was due, and that sort of thing. It's all very similar to my old school. I spaced out in spite of myself. A brief flicker of movement caught my eye. PBG again. I said him and his head snapped back to the blackboard. Something you want, bro? You want something? What's this problem? Let's continue on like that until finally the bell rang and it was time for lunch. Oh. I stretched terms overhead and yawned. I hate the first day of class. It's always so boring. Were you looking forward to it this morning? Something about exciting things happening? Yeah, well, but it already did. You met John, didn't you? Now I have nothing left to look forward to. I was hoping to see Jared for class 2. Slouched and fell across the front of my desk. It seemed like this would be happening a lot. Is she really that hot? Okay. What did you say? I personally didn't find him that hot. Let's go on this dialogue though. Stare directly at him too long, your nose will melt off. I've seen it happen.
What?
Jesus. I wish it means like a nosebleed or something. But what? Anyway, let's head back to lunch. Let's head to lunch. I'm super hungry. Oh. My backpack. Held well throughout class, but I worried that if I didn't take some of my stuff now, I might do some permanent damage to it. So I decided to book in there. Okay, here I'm gonna end the video. I'm gonna do one like right after this. I'm doing this in mass for now. Mostly because this is like an hour long and I would like to be able to upload this today. So let's just end it here.